LeBron James will be at Fanatics Fest just up the road here in New York, with the big question being where he will play basketball next season. He has already said he is moving on from the Lakers, but on the list of potential next stops, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Miami, and of course the Bay Area as well.
So yes, LeBron James was at Fanatics Fest Thursday to make his first public appearance since free agency started, and I wanted to go over a few things that stood out to me. Alright, so the first thing that jumped out at me that I find just so cringe is that LeBron always has to have a bottle of wine that he shares with another man while doing a sports podcast. Now, it's bad enough that he does it in studio, but it felt really pretentious to do it in front of a live audience.
So, I don't know if you guys are watching Mind the Game much, but I always open up a bottle of wine with my co-host.
Just something off about sitting across a table with a man sipping wine in what's supposed to be a sports environment. Question for the guys in the comment section. How many times have you called up your boy and been like, hey man, you want to grab a bottle of wine and watch the game tonight? Oh yeah, sure thing man, I'll be there in an hour. Should I bring red or white? Surprise me, bro. And then the two of you sip your wine goblets together as you watch the football or basketball game. I think LeBron forgot that he ain't at a Diddy party.
I do not expect LeBron to announce where he's going today. I could be wrong. I'm not afraid of saying I don't know. Everyone's afraid of saying they don't know. I'm not afraid of saying I don't know. But I have a lot that I want to hear from LeBron today. And what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to better answer this question, Shay, after he has this discussion.
Yes, exactly. That's what we were all hoping for. Which brings me to my next point.
I was in Vegas all week, and teams were coming up to me, teams that are in the LeBron sweepstakes, saying, what do you think he's going to do? They don't know.
And that's the other thing. If he genuinely isn't sure which team he is going to sign with, that's fine. But what's annoying is to show up to this huge event and then refuse to discuss it at all.
Talk about this in the back.
Okay, my fault. I don't know if you want to do this. Okay, I'll leave it alone.
Not saying that you have to disclose a lot of details, but you should at least specify something you're looking for on a new team. Now, of course, I already have my theory, and I recently made a video all about it. I'll leave a link on the outro at the end of this video if you want to check it out. But this event was a chance for you to refute theories like mine that believe you're using some underhanded tactics behind the scenes to help give you some kind of an advantage. And that is why you and your agent are both so secretive, and that is the real reason you haven't signed with anyone yet.
Are you still taking pitches? Rich, how many teams would you say are seriously in the mix right now? What piece of information are you still waiting on at this point? Rich, what's your timetable here? If you just could for us tick off then what exactly their priorities are.
Yes, I'm sure there are a few teams who would like to sign you on a cheat, but the problem for you is that none of the teams who may want to sign you have a legit shot at winning a championship, even with you added to the roster. So I suspect Adam Silver may be doing some shifty maneuvering behind the scenes to help open something up with a new team for you. And I think that's why you've been waiting so long and will continue to wait, which is why you've been so tight-lipped about everything and why your agent starts stressing out when asked simple questions about your free agency status. And here's another thing that annoyed me about this appearance is that he starts teasing the crowd about which team he'll go to.
What I hear? I heard Warriors, I heard Philly, Miami. This guy just told me to come to the Yankees. I'm like, he said New York Yankees. We'll see what happens.
I know this is LeBron. We go through this with LeBron throughout his entire 23-year career. But I sit here and I'm like, LeBron, when you wonder why it is that people don't just love you, because you've been great on the court. Like, there's no denying the greatness that it is to be playing in the NBA for 23 years. And I still do think he plays at a high level. I do believe that. But he sits and he wonders why he's not just universally loved. this is why, LeBron. All of this. We're living in the exact simulation of why we don't love you. Why I can't separate what you do on the court with what you do off the court. Like, to me, this overshadows the greatness that it is on the court for LeBron James. Like, it's just like, you're playing with us and you know it. You're playing with people that are genuinely waiting for you to speak, waiting for you to announce where you're going, who do love you. There are LeBron stans, but that's not a lot. I don't know if there's a lot of people who universally just love LeBron and just whatever he does is great. And it's like, no, most people are just annoyed. And this is why, because you're playing with us. You're playing with the fans. You're playing with the people sitting there listening to you. Tyrese Halliburton yesterday tweeting, "It's time, LeBron." Yesterday, where it's like, time for what? To play golf? Like, I was like, are you implying he's going to go? It's just so many things to play with us every single time. And it's so annoying. And everyone's talking about it, including us. Because there's so many clips of like, oh, what did he say here? Let's dissect here. Even in this answer, you like how he said, however many years I have, or 1 year, or 2 years, or all of that.
Still not even making up his mind yet.
No, he does, but he knows. That's the whole thing.
Even though he knows
where he's going.
The word you used in there are people who genuinely care, and that is the part of this that just LeBron isn't. He isn't being genuine. He's being disingenuous. This is all a ruse.
This woman really hit the nail on the head and perfectly articulated how so many fans feel about LeBron. And finally, this was the last part of his appearance that irked me, but was also hilarious because LeBron started subtly begging certain teams to sign him when answering a young fan's question about free agency.
LeBron James, he spoke about his free agency for the first time within the last hour here at Fanatics Fest in New York City. He was on stage with Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton to do a live taping of his podcast, Mind the Game, but he gave his most illuminating answer about where he could go next to a young fan whose name was Eli.
How do you feel about being a free agency, and what do you want to do in your next team, and how do you want to develop it as a better team?
First of all, that was a hell of a question. And some of the media people in here probably should learn from me, young fella. Y'all heard this question, right? So how do I feel about free agency? Obviously, it's a big decision. This is the third time in my career that I've been a free agent. I think 3, yeah. So it's a big decision for not only myself, but for my family as well, and just for the last part of my career and where I want to spend the last few years, or the last year, or the last 2 years of my NBA career. So wherever I go, Elon, I will make my staple on just, I'm a natural born leader. I'm gonna try to fit into whatever team I'm going into, but also, give them all the tools and give them all the knowledge that I've been able to, grasp over the last 23 years. I know the game. I know the ins and outs about the game of basketball. Oh, I appreciate it, man. You far too kind, man. You awesome. And wherever I land, I hope that you support me and I can continue to inspire you, all right?
All right, so did you pick up on what LeBron was doing here? He totally used this kid's question to serve his own agenda. Yes, he has interest from a few teams that would like to sign him for a vet minimum or mid-level exception. And of course, he could improve their roster, but he doesn't move the needle on any of the teams that would like to sign him. Even though he could help contribute on all of those teams, he is not enough to put any of them over the edge to actually win the championship. What LeBron wants is to go to one of 3 teams, either New York, OKC, or San Antonio. But he obviously can't go to New York since they just won the championship, so winning there doesn't elevate his greatness the way that he wants. If he were to join OKC, then that would be a similar situation since they recently won the 2025 championship. So the spot that he would love to go to is San Antonio because they are primed and ready to win a championship within the next year or 2, and he would not have to do much at all and could simply cruise to a championship with all of their talent and depth. But then, of course, would create the narrative that it was him who helped them get over the edge, and he would try to take some credit for Victor Wembanyama's success. But unfortunately for him, none of the 3 teams on his wish list are interested. And that was why he was trying to sell himself to one of those 3 teams. Look at it for yourself, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I'm a natural born leader.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm going to try to fit into whatever team I'm going into.
I'm going to fit into whatever team I go to, New York, OKC, San Antonio. I'll play any role or position you want if you'll please sign me and give me a 5th ring.
But also, give them all the tools and give them all the knowledge that I've been able to, grasp over the last 23 years.
I can help mentor the young guys with my 23 years of experience and knowledge. I'll teach Victor Wembanyama how to win. Please sign me, San Antonio.
I know the game. I know the ins and outs about the game of basketball.
I'm real good at basketball. I'm like the greatest of all time.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For so many reasons.
This dude sounds like he's begging.
I'm a natural born leader. I'm going to try to fit into whatever team I'm going into, but also, give them all the tools and give them all the knowledge that I've been able to, grasp over the last 23 years. I know the ins and outs about the game of basketball.
Pathetic.